My mic.
Where's the mic?
Fuck.
Great start to Rndm Talk Season 2.
Well,
Let's get it together now. What's up? How you doing over there?
I'm doing alright. I just didn't have a mic next to me, and it was kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, we are back with a Random Talk. I don't think we had one of these in a long time.
It's been a minute. It's been quite a long time.
And shout out to the one fan that did come back to us. He left us a message.
WRU. That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really engaged in the show.
Yeah, shout out to you.
You laughed.
You keep us going, dude. No,
yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, like you laughed when like earlier you were like, man, somebody really listening. Like,
somebody's actually listening. It's good to know you have a base out there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Hopefully we could double our fans in the next couple months.
Yeah.
One more.
Then double it from that. And eventually, that becomes a big number. So.
By the time we, become old men, we'll have like 100 people listening.
Hey, I'll settle for that. I'll go for it. But anyways, what's been up?
You don't like emo rap. That's what's been up.
Oh, emo rap?
Yeah, you're not into it, bro.
Emotional rap, do you?
I wouldn't say so. But you seem to want to take its hip-hop status away from it.
Emo rap's hip-hop status. Okay. This is my take on it. My take on it is that a lot of what I'm hearing seems to be only sprinkles of hip-hop. It's like saying that if you take any song out there and you put traditional hip-hop drums behind it, then that makes it hip-hop altogether. And I'm saying that it needs to be more of a guidelines of what makes something hip-hop, or really any musical genre. It's only sprinkles of it. I know that some genres have let's say cowpunk over there, the fusion of, and I love these subgenres. I love fusion shit like this. Let's say you have hardcore punk and country music, which I've heard a lot of fucking great bands that are under this cowpunk almost rockabilly, psychobilly format, okay? But I wouldn't go in and say that just any old fucking thing is country music because it's some cow punk. Because it's like punk, it's punk with country influences. And that's more how I put it. I would say a lot of this emo music that's out there, with this emo hip hop, is just the next evolution of emo, seeing as emo isn't what it was back in 2010. It's not the same because rock has kind of not fallen out of the zeitgeist and hip hop is the zeitgeist and all of this stuff. So you get these types of tracks, but I would not put this in the hip hop section. I wouldn't play this on the hip hop station. And I don't know too many hip hop heads who are actually talking about these guys. I think the emo kids from back in the day are the new emo rap guys. It's rap influenced emo, but it's emo.
So you said, you compared it to the Old Town Road situation, saying that Old Town Road is not country, and I agree that Old Town Road is not country, but
it's a little funny trap song.
But I think that's a bit of an extreme comparison. A lot of you saying just because you put hip hop drums on a track, it doesn't make it hip hop. Well, of course, it's not pure 100% hip hop. These guys aren't fucking West Side Gun and Benny, but they're most definitely doing hip hop. They're rapping. They're trying to spit bars sometimes. No, they're singing a lot, but that's like trying to say Young Thug isn't hip hop. That's like trying to say.
We listen to some of that Jumex. I think you're disqualified from the hip hop thing if I just take away your drums and it's not identifiable as actual hip hop. Meaning you're not even rapping.
I mean, you're saying only the drums make it hip hop, but only the melodies make it emo. I mean, only
the melodies and the instrumentation, especially some of that or a lot of that Jumex, it's just the drums.
I mean, but then on some of the harder tracks, he rapping, even though it's kind of corny. But I mean, he rapping.
But I mean, you were still classifying some of those,
like you said,
as hip hop, and it's not. It's just like then the drums kick in, then it's hip hop.
It is hip hop. It is part hip hop. Of course, it's not pure.
So hip hop
only hip hop. It's not only hip hop.
So is hip hop essentially boiled down to the drums of hip hop?
No, but the drums are most definitely a big characteristic of what make hip hop hip hop. I mean, the drums are dare I say, the most important part of a hip hop song.
So let me go and get like an old fucking.
I mean, a lot of early hip hop songs only have drums.
Can I go get like an old Nirvana thing and then like remix every track to put drums behind it, and then people will be like, "Well, this."
You go chop up some old Nirvana and put some hip hop drums on it? Yes.
So then that would become then hip hop.
Yes, of course. It's not only hip hop. It would be like we called them. They the emo rap niggas. And yeah, I agree with that.
They're barely rapping, not even just bar wise or content. A lot of it is more sing songy shit.
Yes, they have a lot of songs that are sing-songy, but Jumex has songs where he was rapping. X has songs where he was rapping.
Very sparsely, and I don't know, just the loose rhyming of words. I don't know if that makes that makes
disqualifying Juice WRLD from hip hop. I just
no, not Juice WRLD, Jumex. I mean Juice WRLD, and this is my breakdown between. Okay, they both are doing this whiny like I'm empty. I'm so empty. Right, they're both doing it, but Jumex is doing it in a way that I feel like is even further from like a hip hop root than Juice WRLD. A lot of the times these,
and I get how you say that, but you're trying to like completely say this isn't hip hop, and that's just not true.
Sometimes a lot of it is folding over into some R&B, like R&B is in some just singing, like some singer shit. A lot of the sad boy emo rap, the sad boy playlist when we were flipping through those, a lot of those they just sounded like, I don't know, very just whiny sing-songy. So, I don't know, the hip-hop part of it, not having a hip-hop base, and kind of being cast-offs that I feel are from another genre of emo rock, and just throwing like some 808s and shit behind it, and being like, no, we're in the hip-hop game. I don't know, man. It needs to be some more guidelines. I know you got people who love to just say music's evolving until we have like just the one music that encapsulates every genre that was ever made, but I don't know.
You're trying to say it only has hip hop elements, and I beg to say that it has just as many hip hop elements as it has emo elements. I mean, the drums are a big part of the song. That's how I
feel like if you had a scale, and it wouldn't balance out though. Even if you count the number of elements, I feel like the scale would still be more on some emo rock shit.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but you're trying to you're going very extreme with taking away. Jumex doesn't make hip hop. Juice WRLD only makes kind of hip hop or whatever the fuck. It's just like
they make hip hop to me. They make hip hop in a loose term of definition of like hip hop of what it is and what it came and what it originated from and what it's probably, I guess people would say, evolved.
Oh, you an old head now.
Because
this is the Joe Budden podcast now.
No, because I'm not coming, because I recognize, hey, I will in a way throw in and say I get SoundCloud rappers and some little pump-ish stuff, but I don't get the full-on like, I don't know. We saw the Jumex kid and he was dressed like Beetlejuice and shit.
I mean, yeah, he got the
It's just very far removed from the imagery and the content of whatever I believe or I've seen hip hop to be that it seems almost a little foreign.
I mean, well, hip hop is almost 50 years old. So that's another thing. I mean, you can't expect things to stay fucking be breaking on the cardboard. No, bro, this is fucking 2019.
No, this seems
and don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of any of these guys. I prefer to stay away from fucking heartbroken teenagers on trap beats, but just the very extreme manner of it only has hip hop elements when it's like, I mean, what is hip hop?
A lot of these songs only had the drums, like only the drums.
I mean, a lot of these songs only had a guitar and him, and a lot of the times that shit was auto-tuned to hell. I mean, is that emo?
I mean, is auto-tune necessarily hip-hop?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, auto-tune I'm talking like 80s funk R&B.
No, I'm talking like
hip-hop adopted it sometime later.
I mean, yeah, if you want to go with vocoders, I think in 2019 it sure is. I mean, if you're going into your hip hop radio station, you're bound.
But I mean, the whole thing of some guy having auto tune doesn't necessarily be like, well, that's a win for the hip hop.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that a little bit, but that's not even my main point. My main point is that it's just as much hip hop as it is emo. I mean, And to say otherwise is, I think you being very extreme.
I mean, maybe a little extreme, but I don't think I'm too far off either to say that this is probably some of the furthest you're gonna go from like hip hop.
Let's get out. Let's get out. I mean, shit. I don't like the emo shit, but let's get out. I mean, I don't know. I'm tired of. Fuck it. Let's talk about how heartbroken we are, and we're gonna take drugs rather than like fucking me up and taking my girl. Let's switch up the narrative in hip hop a little bit. Let's be sad. Let's be emotional.
Let's actually like rap. Where is that at? Like, I don't know if I would be complaining if it was like some good rippity rap, whatever. But it's really just some of the most annoying parts of all the sing-songy softish shit you can find, just mixed with emo, which is also sing-songy and soft as fuck. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I know we probably have a whole legion of like soft-ass hip-hop fans who just want the soft shit, who want like the smooth jazz of hip-hop, who want like the elevator music of hip-hop or something like that to come along and just like go on about like just being a simp extraordinaire.
Simp extraordinaire.
But
I mean, I'm not letting you get away with calling the emo kids simps. They're just emotional. They're just heartbroken. The girl did them wrong.
I don't know. Does that? I think that can put it under the simp banner. If you're so heartbroken or something, I think that makes you a little bit of a simp.
I mean, I can't be heartbroken, otherwise I'm a simp. I think you're sexist.
When you're so distressed.
I mean, what's up with R&B and women talking about how heartbroken they are over guys? Are they simps?
If they take it to a level of being like, they probably wouldn't be simps, because I think simp is a very like gender not neutral term. It's one of those terms that is like, I think more applies to men when people say it. But if a woman is making songs about being so distressed as these guys are, then yeah, I guess she falls into the crazy woman category of being like, are you okay? These dudes are like, I'm empty and suicidal and
yeah, man. You left me. You left me when I needed you the most. Why would you do that? You know?
I mean, okay, and setting aside everything as far as this hip hop like classification, just personally, I don't know. It's nothing I can really get with. It is some really shitty music. I mean, and I can get with probably some emo, like some bass emo, but emo mixed with trap music, no thank you. That's what all this shit is. It's not even emo mixed with just rap. This is an emo trap mutation, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like it's not boom bap emo. It's not like fucking West Coast G-funk emo. It's just like basically trap drums and like whining about being like, I'm on heroin. But like to trap, like that's the aesthetic. That's the Little Peep aesthetic and everything, is that all these kids are like on heroin. So I mean, I don't know. It's
I
just
sing better than a lot of these niggas, bro.
It's just nothing I can get with. But to each their own. I mean, I know you got your hip hop fans, which I've been seeing a lot lately, come up under the whole like Ryan Earp church.
Certain genres just don't mesh. They don't mesh.
Are you not a fan? Oh, we turning into tables now. Are you not a fan of hip hop?
I don't want to listen to Linkin Park and Jay-Z. I don't want to listen.
Well, that was some way back in the day. I'm talking about the country rap fusion going on now.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, hip hop doesn't need to be paired, or a lot of things don't need to be paired with a lot of things. Like, we just could chill out.
Oh, so you're saying rap and rock don't go good together?
In a lot of instances, they do not. I mean, like I said, the most infamous example in my mind, because I just remember a kid a long time ago trying to be like, man, this is the shit right here, and he was showing me that fucking Jay-Z Linkin Park mashup, and I'm just
that was to be fair, that was like a mashup album. That was like a mashup where they took separate songs and just like blended them more than they came up with original rap rock tracks. So it wasn't like a completely organic thing. It was forcing two songs together at the time.
I mean,
and at the time I thought it was dope. I mean,
I usually stay away from the shit, but
Linkin Park was hot. Jay-Z was hot.
The next example I can think of is maybe like Smash Mouth or something.
What?
They kind of are hip hop.
Get the hell out of here.
They're not hip hop.
Somebody wants to
that song got kind of a hip hop swing to me.
I ain't the yummy. No.
You're right. It kind of feel it's poppy as
See,
shit.
and this is what I'm saying. These are the loose lines of being like people are rhyming words, so therefore it's like on some rap.
I
shit.
mean,
not really, because songs
the
can
song
rhyme.
itself
Songs
kind of just.
rhyme.
I mean, yeah, songs rhyme, of course, but the song itself just feel hip hop to me. Like it kind of feel hip hop.
Well, if you go ahead and throw those trap drums on them, then it would it would officially be hip hop, and you would have made history.
I think you're not valuing the power of drums in hip hop.
No, because it's so
Hip-hop
easy to just throw
drums, bro.
It's just
it was only drums at first.
It's not that. It's the laziness of just throwing like the most generic trap drums behind anything, and now it's hip hop. That's lazy.
I mean, of course, it's lazy. I'm not saying from a musical or from.
So I don't think it's too much to be respected. It's more of a novelty.
I'm not saying.
It's more of a novelty thing.
I'm not defending it because I mean, you could tell millions of people that, I guess, but I'm not defending it because I'm a fan. I'm just defending it because of how I hear it. Like to me, it sounds like hip hop. It, of course, is meshed with some other things, but I mean, it's a lot of shit that is meshed with other shit. But I mean, and I guess if you could say, I guess if you believe that it leans more towards the emo side, then I guess I can kind of give you that. But to me, it seems just like you got some emo melodies, hip hop drums, hip hop talking points.
The exact argument used was the one that the country fans refuted when it came to this Old Town Road thing, because they were saying, listen, with the whole definition of country music, it needs this type of instrumentation, it needs this type of fucking BPM or whatever the fuck. And just because the guy was talking in a southern accent and and talking about cow,
okay, if
horses,
you want to break,
didn't make it country.
If you really want to break the song down, I mean, it's out of hip hop BPM. It's using probably a DAW, just like a hip hop producer.
It's using fake drums.
Yeah, it's using a drum machine with these fucking rattling
and a sample. And the country part about the song was a sample from.
No, I'm talking about
a 9 Inch Nails song.
Well, yeah, I was more talking about the emo shit.
And the thing that people would say would make this a country thing is he's in a southern accent and he's talking about horses and cowboy hats. So therefore, that would have just made it country.
And see, I think to compare what I'm saying in Old Town Road to being country is taking it extreme.
It's not though.
It is. I mean, just because somebody is making fun of country essentially doesn't mean that it's country. I mean, but the drums in hip hop play a huge part of it. I mean, I don't. You. What is your point? Like, you're saying it's not hip hop at all? That's what, like, you.
I'm saying it's not hip hop enough. It's not hip hop enough to
for you.
Yeah, I mean, I can only speak for me.
Yeah, I mean, that I guess that's you. To me, it's hip hop.
I don't think,
and to say it's not hip hop, I think it's just that's kind of no.
I think these things will be on like the fringe of like whatever hip hop. The people who actually participate or see themselves in the hip hop community will ever acknowledge. I don't think Jumex is gonna be like the next big shit or anything. I think he'll be like some SoundCloud little girl shit for a minute, because that's his aesthetic, and that seems like what
a lot of little white girls listen to a lot of what you would consider real hip hop. I mean, so
I mean that's because the majority of the world seems to be white people, so they're gonna listen to real hip hop. Yes, but I don't know if you know what I mean. The people who see themselves in the hip hop circle like that, the hip hop heads.
I mean, hip hop is the world. I mean, who is a hip hop head? The person listening to fucking Lil Baby and Gunna? They're hip hop heads.
Would you consider yourself some type of hip hop head?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I consider hip hop head like
if somebody came to you and was like, I purely listen to fucking Jumex, would you take that as a serious point of view when it came to hip hop music that you liked and they probably didn't? They were like, fuck Joey Badass, I listen to Jumex.
Well, that's just because when I think the term hip hop head,
yes,
it has a connotation of listening to probably more 90s influenced hip hop, or maybe just like classic hip hop in general. It has the connotation of, you know, maybe more lyrically driven songs. So if somebody said I only listen to SoundCloud rappers, I wouldn't consider them a hip hop head, because I in my head hip hop head means
But there's a separation from a hip hop head just from the casual, the normie fucking hip hop listener.
I mean, are you a hip hop head if you only listen to fucking YSL and QC?
I don't know. You tell me.
I just said no.
Like a lot of these people. I don't know. I do not think you should let the normies come in completely.
Hip hop is the world's nigga. And I can't do nothing about
it. It's the
that.
biggest thing. So yes, you're gonna have the influx of normie motherfuckers coming in and be like, I listen to hip hop, but they'll listen to work hard, play hard at the gym and shit. But you should. I don't know if everything should just come in. I mean, of course, there is really no argument to be made from what I'm saying, because it's not like Jumex is on any hip hop stations. It's not like he's winning hip hop awards or he's blah blah blah. He probably had a fucking verified on.
X was.
Well, I think X is a different. Is even still a different subject from Jumex. Jumex is taking that emo thing to the extreme, to the 10th, to the 11th degree. X, I don't know. I think he still fits somewhat in some of those conventional genres. And I think when he did dabble into the sad boy shit, it was more R&B.
I don't know if it was dabbling. I think that's where that he completely took that persona on. That was him. It wasn't a persona.
You didn't like that, did you?
Not really,
because you were a huge X fan with that SoundCloud bass boosted shit.
I love the harder sipping tea in your hood, fucking all that.
The OG shit there.
Like I mean he was doing sad boy shit ever since he started, but all that super aggressive, fast paced, and
that kind of went away.
And it kind of took a back seat. It took a back seat to the emo.
Because he was probably.
I didn't want to listen to Jocelyn Flores or fucking Sad.
Why do you think that happens a lot?
What? When the artists get big,
rappers get on, because we are next week, I believe. We probably will be going over the Tyler album. Igor.
Yeah,
and even he probably kind of did something like that, to where we were listening to it and you were like, "Where's the bars? Where's the spitting? Blah blah blah." It was more of the artistic structure of the songs and the singing and the harmonies and all that shit. Why do a lot of rappers get on and stop rapping?
Because they don't have to anymore. They just have to show up.
Do you think rapping is the hard part?
Yeah, to sit down and really think of a song and all these verses and all these fucking words. I mean, I think it come a little less natural than, maybe just putting some auto-tune in your voice and, fucking around, I guess, essentially. Mm-hmm. I mean, not to say that Tyler was only fucking around, but he just probably came up with some melodies and sung them on the track and got the right take versus, sitting down and trying to come up with, all these types of figurative language type of things that keep, a listener like myself interested. Or, I feel like rapping your ass off is a little less natural than, just fucking around with some auto-tune and,
It's going in.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's my own opinion, because some people would say rapping is maybe a little bit more intuitive than, it's an argument to be made that rapping is a little bit more intuitive than just, knowing a little bit of music theory and knowing what scales to be in and which notes to hit and why you're hitting what note and how that makes the listener feel and how that makes you feel and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know.
So
I want raps.
Okay.
Basically is what I'm getting at.
That's where you're at.
Yeah, I mean.
So I think the average person who's in the hip hop, like you are in the hip hop, who wants to raps, I do not think they're too much in the sphere of the emo whatever thing. I just don't. But the people who are like painting their fingernails and going to Hot Topic and getting those rainbow belts and shit, I do think that they're into that Jumex fucking like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I will say I don't know. I will give it. It has some hip hop status. It has.
I think it has just as much hip hop status as it has emo status.
But I don't think it has as much hip hop status as a lot of other hip hop out there.
I mean, because it's not only hip hop.
I think it's like
some things that are just purely hip hop.
No, I mean,
yeah, it's a subgenre. Of course,
get mixed.
It's emo rap. In there. It's emo rap. It's not just rap. It's a mixture of emo and rap. It's not just rap.
Like if we can't, if the horrorcore juggalo motherfuckers are on the fringe too, then I think this has to be on the fringe with them.
Who's putting horrorcore on the fringe of hip hop?
I think many people.
You mean just by not being popular? Is that what you're saying?
Well, not from popularity, because at some point it did have mass popularity, but even then, when it did, it was limited mainstream appeal. I mean, I think ICP made it pretty far with that whole thing, but even hip hop, I think until recent years, weren't even accepting them.
I mean, tell that to 3 6 Mafia. I don't know.
3 6 Mafia, I think that they have a little bit more respect, and I think maybe a deeper history. And I really think it probably comes down to what was going on in the hood with the hood than ICP does.
I mean, I don't know.
Even though some of the roots of like that could be this whole like devil talk rap from 3 6 Mafia, but I don't know. I think they have more of a hood pass to people. Don't ask me why, but then Insane Clown Posse,
I know. No, I agree.
I don't think hip hop heads for a long time took Insane Clown Posse seriously.
They still don't.
And
I don't.
I think more people do now. I've seen them on fucking Sway, Hot 97. I've seen them like,
I mean,
and hip hop heads now love like Tech Nine and all that kind of shit. They don't. He came from that whole almost juggalo scene back in the day, and now you'd never kind of even know. But I don't know. It's up in the air for me.
I'm going to close it out and say that Jumex is a rapper. He's a hip hop artist.
In any classification, where I would just say
Juice WRLD is a rapper.
Is a singer.
He's a hip hop artist.
I would more say these guys are singers.
They're rapper singers, if you want to say it like that. They're rappers and singers.
They're rapping singers. They are rapping singers. They're barely rapping. I don't think they have too much of a desire to actually rap and lay down bars. I think they care more about.
I mean, you can catch Juice WRLD on
Juice WRLD, but Jumex. I mean, do I want to catch Juice WRLD on Funk
You
Flex?
probably don't. I haven't, but I'm just saying, like he's rapping. Like you can't take his hip hop status away from him.
Okay, I'm not speaking on Juice WRLD specifically and all this. He's in the mix because he's one of these sad boys. But I'm speaking about the sad boys as a whole. I don't think many of them care that much about rapping and putting down a 16. I think they really care more about singing, harmonizing, and kind of whining their point across. So
I could say the same for Young Thug. I could say the same for.
But even he's rapping more than these guys.
I think it's the same. I think they're rapping just as much. They have this auto-tune bullshit on. It's just in some songs that Jumex doesn't. Some songs Jumex doesn't rap at all. But he has some songs where he's only rapping. So I mean,
I don't know these only rapping songs. I gotta find them.
We just played the fucking one, bro.
I didn't catch him if they were only rapping.
Oh my god,
his rapping is a very loose sing.
We just played the fucking trap.
His rap is all of it was like some trap whatever, because they all had trap drums.
No, I said Trapped. The song was called Trapped.
That was singing about being trapped being
bro.
Trapped somewhere. Hold on.
No, it wasn't.
All right, let's pull it up. We got a good 5 or 10 seconds before demonetization happens. I will pull this up, and I want to see the verses and the bars that were spit by Jumex.
Hold on real quick. I'm about to cut.
All right, so I got it pulled up here. Let's see what was going on Trapped, please. And is the screaming thing, do I count that as actually rapping?
Why not?
Because he's more screaming, which is more singing than
Was
rapping.
Walker fucking screaming?
He wasn't doing that.
So that disqualifies you from rapping?
That seems more like a sing.
It's the hook. Let's calm down. But I mean, let's talk over this so we don't get demonetized.
Yeah, okay.
Or ripped off of fucking YouTube, because Jumex is kind of popping right now.
Well, are our videos even monetized?
I mean, not demonetized, but you know what I meant. Ripped off the fucking platform and thrown in the fucking garbage.
Okay, so we're halfway through the track now. In case anybody was wondering, I'm waiting for this fucking.
He got a verse on here. I mean, we just listened to it, and it's shame on you for trying to paint a narrative if he's not rapping.
All right, here's the raps.
He's rapping.
Is he?
Is he not?
I don't know. It's a question mark. Like, what is happening here? I think that there needs to be more qualifications to was he rapping, bro? Was he? I couldn't understand what he was saying. So I don't know if he's actually rapping coherently.
That's such a weak. I don't know what he's saying. So he's not rapping.
He probably was saying nothing though. Going turd, bird, third, gird, like, is that rapping? Turd, bird, gird, word, herd, bird, bird. Like, is that rapping?
So you're telling me that he wasn't rapping?
He was very loosely, if anything, like the very loosest terms of rapping, maybe. So I don't know. I just think you need. I think hip hop doesn't need extremist Lord Jamar type gatekeeping, where we're keeping people out based on skin tone. But when it comes to this
shit, you little. I think he's like he look Hispanic or something. You're welcome in hip hop. Not that you need my permission.
I don't know. I think a lot of these people are on like some fringy fucking like R&B almost boy band shit with some trap drums behind it because that'll get the fucking bitches wet. And that's just that. I don't know. Only people who are listening to this are little emo girls, and then the dudes who want to attract the little emo girls. Is this hip hop? I don't know. I can't call it.
I'll let you take it right there. It's bookended. We ran this conversation dry.
We've exhausted it. All right. Well, what's next on the agenda? We were having a conversation about beat leasing.
Beat leasing.
I have to defer more to you on some of this because you're the actual.
I just started. I think I mentioned that I do music on this podcast before. We're in my studio. As you can see, this is a fine establishment that I run here. I just started getting into making beats for other people, making beats like that are, radio friendly and not on some super spaced out weird bullshit.
You're trying to come down to earth here.
Yeah, so people can with my own music, then that's a completely different thing. But I'm trying to make beats that people want to buy. That is my goal because I need money, and that's a valuable thing, I think.
Isn't it for the cash?
Yeah, I'm in these beats for the cash. Don't try to take my shit away from me, nigga. Anyway, yeah, I just start. So I've been me and you were discussing how beat leases go and what I'm charging for the beats, and it's a weird thing where like I'm just now getting into selling these, so it's a weird thing that when you lease the beat, you can lease it to multiple different rappers, and how the whole like the laws and bullshit break down, and
yeah, it's a very I don't know, when you're getting into this whole field and you just kind of want to make music, all the law and litigation and contract and blah blah.
Well,
blah.
no, it's not just I wanted to make music. No, I want money, so I gotta expect the bullshit, the legal.
I see why musicians, you gotta hire all this whole team of people to take care of this shit, because it's like I just want to be the artist and make my music. I don't have to worry about like contracts for beats, contracts for touring, blah blah.
But then again, you do have to kind of be involved because you really can't solely, 100% trust somebody else to take care of your music.
So
yeah, you don't want to end up Lil Wayne and shit.
I think he's I don't know. That was probably the best case scenario for somebody who could be in one of those situations that you're still kind of filthy rich.
I guess.
What's 50 million? What's 100 million? We already have 50 million, really.
And that's what you're about to say is what's a fraction of hundreds of millions of dollars, or probably.
I'm saying if you already got 50 million, and are you really like shit? I need the 100 million so I can get this.
But
like, you can already do whatever you want.
But no, see, I don't know.
It's a principle thing, though.
Yeah, no, it's a.
That somebody was stealing from you.
I worked for this money. I thought it was breaking down one way, and come to find out, somebody really close to me who I thought I could probably 100% trust, like you were saying, is scraping something off the top.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying?
That's what Birdman's saying. Well, it's 50, you got 50, yeah, Playboy. He
need that 100, yeah. He need that 100 million. But my whole thing is I'm just figuring out how to exactly go about, actually getting people to buy these beats. And I'm hosting my beats on BeatStars right now, but I don't really know if I want to sell them through BeatStars all the time, because it's they want 30%, and or they want $170 to for me to get all the things that I could just do, through emails on my own.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'll just stick with the free version for now, because I'm like, shit, like, I don't really got $170 to put into the shit that I'm not making no money off of right now. Like, maybe once I get to the point where I'm actually bringing in consistent money that I can rely on from, production, then maybe I could, fuck with BeatStars and get the convenience of the website.
Right.
Or I would actually have to be selling shit on BeatStars. If all my sales come from personal relationships anyway, then I might as well just keep emailing beats out. Shit, I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just try to keep your T's crossed and your I's dotted.
I mean,
or you're gonna fuck up and get into, well, not more times than not. It seems like the artist might get into a awkward situation if you don't mind whatever's going on with the beat lease and the exclusive rights more than the producer.
And yeah, a lot of people are talking about, like, what if something happened with the song? And I think as a producer, I'm not sure how the laws break down on this, but somebody could tell me if you know about this type of shit. If I'm the producer and something happened with a song that, generates a ton of fucking money, and I'm trying to get my money, I'm pretty sure all I would have to do is, prove that I made the beat. I could pull up the fucking session file. I could pull up the date when it was created. I could pull up the fucking email of me sending the fucking beat over to who said rapper, whoever that may be. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like right now, especially as a young producer with nothing to fucking lose, should take it. Like, just give me my 50.
So hold on, doubling back a little bit. I'm back on this Jumex.
Oh my god,
we're back,
bro.
We're back. I cannot let it go. This motherfucker right here, influenced by, and this is in his own little biography that he wrote for Spotify here. Michael Jackson, My Chemical Romance, Nirvana, David Bowie, and Young Lean. So you telling me this motherfucker was sitting up and listening to all those guys, and then he heard Young Lean one day on some fucking ironic, goofy shit, and was like,
Young
I'm a
Lean
rapper
is not
now?
ironic and goofy. You tripping?
What, dude? I listened to Young Lean, and it seemed like it was on some goofy shit. Am I wrong?
This the same nigga that said Larry League not though. This the same nigga that said Larry League is not on some ironic goofy shit, but Young Lean is. Stop it. Go home. Get off the podcast.
Larry League was just white guys rapping. How is that ironic?
They're obviously being ironic, bro. Like, come on now.
How?
I haven't listened to Larry League in a while, so I can't. You won't have me pointing out, extreme. I mean, like specific things in the song.
It was a little comedic, but it wasn't like a parody. It wasn't like a.
Come on now, you saw it. It was a little comedic. It was a parody.
It wasn't like
bro.
It wasn't on some booty tape. Ugly God. Every song was just a ha ha ha.
It's
punchline.
It's not as overt. But I mean, and some of the songs can pass in like
Isn't
a
this
regular.
Nigga Young Lean from Sweden? I'm not holding anything against. I'm not holding that against anybody.
You can't be from Sweden and make hip hop, guys.
Who's
Kenneth Washington?
Who's this other guy you like too that you were showing me?
Who?
It was some guy you had me. He sounds like a black guy, but he's like from fucking Norway or some shit.
From Norway.
Some like off.
You talking about Lil Ugly Man?
Yeah.
You're not Scandinavian.
Where was he from?
Lil Ugly Man from like. I think he's from LA somewhere or something.
I thought you told me some fucking Swedish design. Like, I don't know, man.
Maybe you're talking about a different rapper. I don't know.
When you look at
I think I was talking about Crime App when I said he looked like he fucking Scandinavian or something. Okay. But he's from New York.
And when you look at fucking Jumex right here, he looks like if they did like a young Super Friends, Young Justice fucking Joker. Like, what the fuck is going on there? He looks like
Roses.
He looks like Bizarro. Bro. He looks like Bizarro Ronald McDonald, the evil brother with the fucking goatee and shit, like with inverted colors. Are you? But all right, I'm off that officially.
You had to hop on his ass one
more time because I saw that influence list and I'm like, bro, I bet he was sitting up just listening to My Chemical Romance, Nirvana, and David Bowie, and then just heard a Young Lean thing. It's like, I'm gonna try.
I don't know, man. Y'all tell us, man.
Do we respect niggas like this? Do we respect niggas like Trinidad James, who's like, I've been rapping for less than a year, but I got it here?
No.
Why not?
Because they aren't really doing this shit because of a true desire to just make the music that they make and, you know, have people like it. Maybe
you think his true desire is to make some trap fucking emo?
Yeah.
Or is it what? Or is the trap shit trendy?
I don't want to say yeah because I don't know Jumex, so I can't really speak.
Or a lot of these sad boy rappers.
I can't really speak on his personal motives. But what I can say is that you got a lot of guys who you would consider real hip hop, fucking Cardi B, fucking it was a bunch of rappers in the video.
Cardi B has ghostwriters, so to me in my head, she's in it for the wave and the trend.
I mean, yeah, she's in it for the wave and the trend, but a lot of real hip hop guys are in this for the fucking money. They're not in it because they just really love rapping. So that you could catch that anywhere.
Drop some names and I want to know who these motherfuckers are, but they don't have stay in.
I think one of the Migos said something like that. It's a few rappers. I mean, and you could say that the emo trap shit is trendy, but I mean, hip hop as a overall is trendy.
I think adding the trap shit is trendy, and I think adding the trap drums are trendy, and niggas they want to make some emo, but they like shit. Those drums are trendy and it's hot and it's fucking. Now put on that My Chemical Romance. After these niggas turn that shit off, they turn on that whoa, all that other shit. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. But God, I have a hard time just looking at that.
I can't speak on Jumex's motives. Jumex could love some Wu-Tang. I can't tell you. So I'm not even gonna assume just because it's convenient for my argument, nigga. Like,
well. That's that. Enough with Jumex.
God damn, 40 minutes in and we still talking about this bum ass Joker.
Whoa.
XOXO face ass nigga. Man.
Whoa. Yeah, he has some dumbass tats. Speaking of dumbass tats, what is up with the fucking like the ever present thing? I don't think this is going away because face tats have become just like the newer wave from what the body tats were back in 2010. Mm-hmm. What's with the fucking like ugly face tats that I'm seeing? I mean, before some of them used to make a little sense. I mean, you had the Wayne stuff that looked kind of goofy, but I mean, everything seemed like it had a place to be on a fucking skull. The first stupid ass one I saw was like the Gucci tattoo with the lightning bolts coming off of it. That was pretty retarded.
I mean, that's legendary.
But I'm seeing some very truly ugly ones now, like the Jumex X Heart. The just random picture tatted on 6ix9ine with Jigsaw's face tattooed on his face inception, just dumb shit. Like,
I mean, so
to the point where you said personally, you know, fucking everyday niggas who are not even just rappers tatting faces.
I mean, if you a real fucking killer, nigga, you gonna get some face.
I don't know if any of these guys are real killers though.
Nigga,
like Tyga.
Tyga. I forgot about that meme.
Tyga. I mean, I think that was his original rap name, Tyga.
A lot of guys, you know, want to look tough. They probably come from areas where looking tough is probably the thing, but they not.
And face tats are like the go-to.
Yeah, I mean, any type of tats, you look like I'm gonna walk around with my fucking mama name.
Did you fuck with a chick who had a face tat?
It depends on what the face tat is.
I mean, what can it be?
If you have like, I don't know, some shit on like, you know, your upper eyebrow, I mean your upper like hairline or some shit up here or something like that, or if you had like maybe
if it's like a cheek on the cheek? Here. What if it's on the cheek?
What is it? How hot is she?
I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
Well, if it was off, I'm gonna think some off-putting shit.
Some off-putting shit? How fine is she?
That can be all like muted.
How fine is she?
What if she had her eyebrows tatted on?
Is Alicia Keys getting the face tattoo? I'll take it.
What about the tatted on eyebrows? I think that's a little forgivable. That's forgivable.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like in your upper lining, or like bitches be having a behind the ear joint. I guess that's not your face, but that's still on your fucking head.
I'm talking like, what about Birdman stars, bro?
Up here?
Yeah,
she
bald,
bald?
like Black Panther.
She
chick.
bald? She
yeah.
got the Amber. She Amber Rose with the Birdman
with the
tattoo?
Birdman stars. But her
I will
ass is
fuck
fat.
Amber Rose with the Birdman tattoo, yeah.
Her ass is fat, though.
Yeah. I don't know if I would date it. I don't know if I would like go beyond, casual sex with a girl like that, because that's just red flags.
Well, that's some goth shit. Like, I think I've seen some goth chicks who get
or maybe you could be a nice girl with the fucking Birdman star on the top of your shit. I don't know, but to me, you seem very questionable. But I'm gonna just call you up every now and again, probably.
I've seen some chicks with the eyes tattooed over their eyelids, so when they close their eyes, they still got eyes looking at you. It's kind of. Would you fuck this chick?
Yeah, probably. Is Amber Rose still? Yeah.
Even if it's Amber Rose, man, that's a little off-putting. I'm like, why would you do that?
I don't know.
Why would you have these eyes that when you close your eyes are still looking? That would disturb me.
I'm not even gonna ask.
I'm
not even gonna ask.
But this isn't surprising. This goes to my hypothesis that dudes will just fuck any and everything if, like, it's
if
all...
she fine enough,
if it's all low-key. If it's all low-key.
No, I won't fuck any and everything if it's all low key, nigga. I'm not just gonna hop in Ursula bed, but nigga.
I don't know. That remains to be seen. Ursula was just throwing pussy, bro. Mad pussy.
I'm okay, miss. I'm fine.
You actually turn it down like nobody's here.
No, I respect you as
the chick from the Mimi from the Drew Carey show. Okay,
I don't know her
with the eyeshadow. Oh, you're
pull
young.
up the pic.
You're a young guy here.
I don't know her, but
do you remember Drew Carey?
I do have standards, nigga. You calling me a whore?
I think most guys are.
I'm not a whore. I have standards. I won't just have sex with anybody.
Like, I think most guys will do. Most guys will be fucking. They'll be on a little boom, fucking 65-year-old
grannies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't fuck a woman.
Chick.
Oh, son, no.
Quick
I respect you, ma'am. I respect you too much. I can't. I'm sorry, ma'am. I gotta go.
Quick dick suck.
I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it, ma'am. One of those. I'm sorry, ma'am. I would if I was 30 years older.
Are we wrong? Are we like shaming or something?
That's just not. She not for me.
We're doing something wrong.
She not for me.
This feels wrong.
I have standards.
This feels dirty.
No, I'm just saying.
This feels misogynist.
I'm not a whore, Kino. And you're what's the opposite of misogynist? You're
I'm a feminist?
Femmisogynist.
How?
Or mansogynist, because you're saying that you're assuming that I would just fuck any and everybody.
Yeah. I'm gonna make that assumption. I know guys, I think guys are liars, guys are bullshitters.
So you're telling me that you would quick dick suck from her?
Suck on her dick? No.
No.
But would I let her quickly suck my dick?
Yes.
Yeah, why not? What the fuck?
See, you're a whore. I'm not. I have standards.
You're right. You got.
Or maybe I can call you a whore because my line is just different than yours.
You got standards on the mic, bro. Bro, you know Dwight Howard, right? He was fucking trans.
I don't know, bro. It's sad that Dwight Howard got to cover up his real sexuality like that. So I don't know. But me personally, I'm not a whore.
Do you believe sexuality is on like this whole spectrum thing of like?
What you mean?
Where sexuality is more of a fluid thing. Some people have the belief than a hard and fast rule of being like, okay, you're straight, you're this, and you're bi. A lot of people just believe that sexuality is just like more fluid to them. People in a optimal world without any of the influence of like different societies, that it'd be on some Greek shit where you probably have some dudes fucking like little boys or something. Like people just like sex, despite most times where it's coming from. Probably you can get down and jiggy with some shit, you know.
That was the weirdest way to end that question, but do I believe that sexuality is on the spectrum? Yes.
Or it's more of a fluid thing that because like I said, I believe, and I've known from seeing people I've known in the past, dude. So a lot of the supposed straight macho ass dudes, they will be fucking some trannies As long as nobody knows they are willing to fuck.
I think the guys who are
and suck that dick.
I think guys who are constantly obsessed with gay men and what they're doing in their downtime are probably the gayest, most like just sexually suppressed. He's sucking so many dicks that I would be sucking if I was comfortable. I think like it's literally this one nigga. I think his name Rick Wiles. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Rick Wiles is a different guy. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure it's Rick Wiles. Mm-hmm. He was on his show one day talking about like how they're literally sticking penises in buttholes.
Sticking penises in balls.
Sticking penises in buttholes.
How does that work?
And that was his point. Like, bro. Like, you sure you don't want to you don't want to, you sure you're not mad because you didn't get invited or something? Like, that's what it sounded like to me. Like, it sounded like to me like that you're sexually frustrated, that you're not comfortable in your own skin. So you're going as far as being mad that two gay guys are doing something completely irrelevant from your existence.
Yeah, none of it's affecting you. As far as the individual, you're just mad.
I most definitely think that's, and I'm not sure if I saw some studies on that. Maybe I'll come back and hit y'all with some studies. Probably won't, but maybe I'll look some shit up afterwards because I'm pretty sure I saw something where it was like I think overtly homophobic men have a higher chance of being homosexual themselves.
Right.
I think that's like somebody did a study. Not to say that a study proves it. One study doesn't prove anything, but you know.
But it's a common like little theme you probably see of people who lead anti-gay
it's certain
stuff.
Niggas that just every time something gay come up, we see a gay nigga walking down the street. We see something. We see a movie starring a gay character that we just fuck it. They just always gotta point out like, look at that gay nigga. Look at him. Look at him. Ha ha ha. Or niggas don't even be laughing.
What's going on here?
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? I'm too manly to see some gay shit.
I only want to see heterosexual.
What the fuck is going on?
Heterosexual affection.
Like, what?
Get it with that gay shit.
I don't even want to, because a lot of niggas won't even say just gay niggas. They just say, whatever.
But those same dudes will turn around and they will fuck. Because I had trans friends before from back in high school, okay? And this trans friend of mine, I think she's fucking like one of our other friends' brothers who was supposed to like straight bro. I mean, so, and I don't think he's not, I think he's, a lot of dudes I think who are attracted to trans that I knew, so this is more of a more personal thing, they still are attracted to the look of a woman because, the trans person look like a woman, but they don't mind like dicks. So... Like I don't
mind. They don't mind it there.
They don't mind like dicks. That's
a funny way to put it.
I don't think they're attracted to like another big bro, body lifting, power lifting, arm wrestling motherfucker. But I think some dudes, I guess are they don't mind fucking someone who looks like a chick. This is Pride Month, so I'm trying not to.
I mean. It's Pride Month, man.
But
we coming to the defense of gay people and we saying fuck homophobic people. That's what I'm on.
And we're cisgendered male. Dude, I was talking to my wife here and I was like, it was some type of topic that I'm like, what do you want me to? I think we were talking about sapphic lesbians or something, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because Pride Month was coming. Yeah, Pride Month was coming up. I started seeing all these new buzzwords, these LGBT like words that
it's always a new fucking word,
that you gotta like know, that you gotta know and understand.
Microaggressions. That one came and went, didn't it?
Yeah, I've seen people use microaggressions, but and everything was a microaggression. But it's new little LGBT terms that you have to know or else you're a dick. And new flags that came out. Like, I got bombarded with a whole screen full of, like, fucking flags that look like a UN meeting or something. I was like, what are all these different flags? And then one was, like, sapphic lesbians. And I was like, what the fuck is a sapphic lesbian? So I looked it up. And sapphic lesbians are lesbians... They're trans women who like women. So you're just a trans lesbian is what I'm thinking. Why even have to do the sapphic lesbian part? You're just a transsexual woman who's a lesbian. Easy enough to wrap your head around.
What does sapph mean? What does that mean?
I have no idea what sapphic. I'm supposing that it means like trans woman that.
No, I mean like the prefix itself, but you probably didn't look that far into it.
No, I didn't go that far
You
down.
didn't look into the etymology? What the fuck you doing on a podcast?
No etymology for that. But we were talking about that, and what came up? One of the words that we were just talking about popped up, which was like, oh, I think I got called, or I should call. My wife said I should call somebody cisgender. I was like, no, like I'm not, like you know what I mean when I'm talking about this stuff. You know, I'm not adopting a whole new lexicon of like fucking words that come out every year, so I can just keep up and be like uber PC on some shit. Not offended.
I mean, I like new words. Honestly,
I like
I'm a
new
word
words,
guy.
but when it comes to the LGBTQPIK question mark like shit, no.
Yeah, acronym is meant to have people remember stuff. So
But they keep adding.
I don't know if you should go above like 5 letters on the acronym. Like I think 5 letters is stretching it, boy. 2 of those letters better be the same, maybe.
So it's Pride Week, and we are two straight males here.
No,
so
but I
we
use
are kind of
cisgender.
dicky
I mean,
sounding.
I use cisgender because I mean,
In real life, you're just in everyday convo. You're saying cisgendered
if I'm
to describe a straight person.
No, I mean, but if I'm speaking of, like, let's say in a conversation about trans people, I might, if I'm trying to talk about somebody who is not transgender, what do I call them?
Oh, and what we didn't talk about.
I mean, I probably would say cisgender.
Now that we're on this subject, is it was a funny clip we saw. It was some show that we should look up. It's called what was it called? It was something like Kids. It was Queer Kids.
Nigga, what?
It was like some little kid TV show that seemed pretty cringy, where they were like talking about how it's a kid show, but they're telling them like it's so awesome being bisexual. Bisexual just means that you love everyone. And it seemed like really weird and kind of cringy that it's not about a message of passing along gay agendas or anything like that. But when you go so far, I agree with we watching the YouTube video what the chick was saying about this is that you want to pass on to kids that being gay is a normal thing. It's not such an oddball thing. Not the fact that you want to tell them like, oh, you need to be gay, but just say, hey, this is a thing. And it's normal. There's nothing abnormal about this whole thing. But then when you sit down and have shows that are basically like the opposite of straight propaganda, but it's like you're telling kids like being bisexual.
What is straight propaganda? Awesome. What is that? I've never heard of that.
The propaganda of being like you can only be straight Yeah,
I guess
talking.
I never assigned a name to that.
It's probably weird saying propaganda, but it is something out there where people are going to push the straight agenda or whatever, and you can't be gay. But then when you sit down, you do the opposite, and you're telling kids like how great it is to be bisexual. And that just means you love everybody. That's a pitch. That's a sales pitch. So like it's let people figure their own thing out. But hey, tolerance for everybody. Appreciate everybody. Don't hate anybody. If you do hate,
where were we? We kind of went off the rails.
We went off the rails, but that's random talk for you. That's that. We're probably coming along to the hour-long mark. We've exhausted all things. We went on about Jumex forever. No more. We're done with Jumex. Okay. Yeah. It sounds like a Mexican candy. What was it? What is it? Wasn't it one called something Mex?
I don't know.
So Jumex out there and Pride Month. Not that was the basis of the conversation. No. But we are where we are. So. WRU. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
To anybody that also may listen to this, there are better episodes. Like, go listen to the last two when it was like more structured. When we had the album review, that was the shit. But this is random talk, so you can expect sloppiness and just fucking rando shit from us here.
Yeah, I mean,
season 2.
I think this was a pretty okay episode. I mean, we kind of talked about Jumex for way too fucking long. But
we weren't just talking about Jumex. We were talking about sad boy rap as a whole.
Yeah.
At least I was. We got stuck on Jumex because, god damn it, he's like a symbol for like just the whole package of just emo. He's the most emo person I've seen in a while.
I think he would be proud of that.
So, good job, Jumex.
Shout out Jumex, man.
Shout out Jumex.
Come on the show.
Hopefully this rap
when
thing
you
works
come to Milwaukee,
out.
You come on the show.
This rap thing works out and you never have to get a job.
That'd be crazy if this nigga saw this and came on.
So there we go. Thank you for listening.
Your hair is bright.
And we're gone. Goodbye. My hair is bright. What the fuck?
His hair is bright.
Oh. You can be sad, but baby I'm older. You can be mad, but baby I'm older.
Yeah.
You can be sad, baby I'm older.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to harmonize no more? I thought we was doing a pretty good, decent job.